Yeah, he knows how to do it. I knew they did it before the girls' game. I don't know if they'll do it before the men. I don't know how they're going to do it tonight for this one. Right now, 20-2 on the season after downing Pawnee Heights last night, 62-34. They had a bye in the first round of this tournament. Kyle Bright is a 5'10 junior. Tyler Miller, a 5'10 senior. David Crable, a 6' junior. Kyle Loomis, a 6'3 junior. And James Hudson, the starting call for the Hanston Elks tonight. They all start with Simeon Seiler, a 5'10 senior. Eric DeVork, a 6'3 senior. Levi Salmons, a 6' senior. Austin Rogers, a 6'3 senior. And Philip Rose, a 6' senior. The Elks, Macksville coached by Jeff Kugelman. Macksville coached by Oliver Salmons. Salmons, the oldest brother of Levi. And out of that long string, of course, Levi, the youngest of the Salmon brothers, a long string of which have been a very, very, very powerful part of the Macksville Mustangs for many, many years. So that is something that has really been a big factor there. And of course, over the years, Macksville Mustangs have, the Hanston Elks have had a great sports tradition. Of course, part of that sports tradition centering around their 8-man Division II football program that has been so successful over the past several years. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout here, and we'll be back with more from Larned, Macksville and Larned. Cliff and Aaron will have listeners that will be interested in that game. Up in the rafters at Fort Larned Middle School. We're ready to go. There'll be Kyle Loomis jumping from Macksville. He'll be going against Eric DeVork of Hanston. Tip is up, and the tip is going to go to the Macksville Mustangs. Kyle Bright will set things up for Macksville as he brings it into forecourt, works to the left side, gives it off to David Crable. Now swing side shot up and good. James Hudson puts Macksville on the scoreboard first. Magic ball of 13 seconds. Levi Salmons faces backcourt pressure from the Mustangs. He'll pass it off to Philip Rose, and Rose will bring it across on the far side. Nobody really much over on that side when he came over. Rose brings it to the free throw line, now pulls back a little bit, gives it off left into the hands of Seiler. Down low, ball is knocked loose, and it's still loose. It's still loose, and finally they get it to Rose. Shot up by Rose, and it's in, and it's good, and we're tied at 2. Ball being pinballed around, kicked down, and we're tied again. The other way we go, baseline shot missing by Tyler Miller. Follow-up goes in, and it's now a 4-2 ball game. Kyle Loomis putting in that bucket for the Mustangs. Ball brought up across the timeline for Hanston. On the right wing, Seiler's got it. Seiler will try to penetrate, passes off instead. Salmons on the near wing, drives underneath, shot won't go. Follow-up is going to go in, count the bucket for Eric DeVork, and DeVork also gets a foul as well on Macksville's James Hudson. His first foul, Mustang's first team foul. With 6:45 left in the first period. Eric DeVork, a 6'3 senior, will go to the line, shooting 1. Shot up. Shot no good, but Philip Rose comes away with the rebound. And now it's going to be knocked out of his hands by David Crable. Mustangs the other way. 6:38 left first period. We're tied at 4. Up top, Kyle Loomis, 4-3, missing. Rebound, Seiler. Macksville the other way. Across the timeline, Salmons has it. Brings it to the wing. He'll stop there, but keeps the bounce going. Now pulls up to the top of the key. Bounces it inside to Bros. Bros takes it back out. Siler lobbed into him. Ball knocked loose. Hudson comes up with it. And the Macksville Mustangs will race it into forecourt. Right across the timeline. Near wing. Bounce inside. Loomis shot him in good. 4 points to Kyle Loomis. And Macksville back up 2. It's 6-4. We played 2 minutes here in the Class 1A Pawnee Heights Regional Championship game. Up across the court. The ball stolen away from Salmons. Getting the pick, Tyler Miller. Macksville will bring it the other direction. On the far wing, shot put up by Bright, 4-3, misses. Rose takes the rebound. He'll high speed it down court. Rose comes to the free throw line, in the paint, tries a shot, rolls, hits the rim, no good. Follow-up will not go for Austin Rogers, and Austin Rogers is going to go to the free throw line, I believe. James Hudson called for his second personal foul. Team foul number 2 on Macksville. He's got both of them. 6'3" senior Austin Rogers of Hanston will be at the line to shoot 2. With 5:41 left in the first period. First free throw in and good. The substitution comes in for Macksville. Josh O, a 6'4" junior, will come in as James Hudson will take his place on the bench. Second free throw coming up. On the way. And it's good, and we are tied at 6. 5:40 left now in the first period. In forecourt, Tyler Miller gives it up top. Oak tries to work it inside. Ball taken away by the board. Here come the Hanston Elks. Salmons has it across the key. Down low, Rogers tries a shot in the paint and puts it in. 4 points now for Austin Rogers, and Hanston has an 8-6 lead, their first of the game. Right into forecourt for the Mustangs. Stops just to the left of the free throw circle. Spins around several times. Gives it off now to Crable. Crable will try to penetrate in. He'll kick it back out. White with it again. Working it down low. Loomis back up. White for 3. No good. Crable underneath tries a shot. He's fouled. And David Crable will go to the free throw line for Macksville for the first time tonight. Personal foul is going to be called on Simeon Siler of Hanston. First foul on Siler. Team foul number 1. David Crable gets 2 shots with 5:03 left in the first period. Free throws on the way. Up. Hits the foot of the rim. No good. Best Crable can do now is get Macksville back within 1. Setting up the shot. It's on the way. And that one won't go either. Rogers with the rebound. Hanston Elks the other way. Salmons across the timeline. Bounces off on the near wing into Siler. Siler looks to get rid of it. Now he'll pull it up with it. Salmons between the circles for the Elks. On the far side, the ball goes into DeVork. DeVork tries to get rid of it, trying to get away from Josh Oak, among other things. Ball is knocked loose, but we're going to have a traveling call on Hanston as the ball was loose. Somebody had it and didn't have all the feet down that they needed to, the one in particular. Macksville will bring the ball on the forecourt. 4:30 left in the first period. On the far side, Crable has it for the Mustangs. Penetrates to the free throw line. Loomis gives it off right on the near wing. Wright will pull up from there. Swings it around to the left side. So bouncing back up high. There's Josh Oak on the point. Back over to Bright. Bright lobs it inside. Triple team pressure put on. Ball goes out of bounds off of Kyle Loomis, and Hanston will have it back with 4:11 left in the first period, leading by 2. Substitution will come in for the Mustangs. Another one, Justin Bright checking in. Justin Bright, a 6'2 freshman, taking the place of Josh Oak. Bringing it up the other way, Salmons gives it off to Bros. Bros penetration to the right side. Tries to get it in. Ball goes out of bounds. Not a good shot by Bros. And Hanston will make their first substitutions of the night. Checking in the ball game for them will be Andy Thayer, a 5'11 senior. Also checking in for the Hanston Elks will be Ben Wilkins, 6' junior. Wilkins saw a fair amount of action along with Thayer in last night's game against Stafford. Ball brought in for the Mustangs, down low. Miller's got it. Miller tries a shot that will not go. Austin Rogers comes away with the rebound for the Elks. Salmons in forecourt on the far side. In the corner they work it in. Here's Wilkins. Down low, Rogers gives it off to Bros. Bros triple team, tries a shot. Ain't gonna work. He traveled with it, so turnover to Macksville. as another substitution comes in for the Mustangs. Crable will come out of the ball game. And checking in will be John Vega. Vega, a 5'9" sophomore. Ball comes across the timeline for Macksville. White's got it on the far wing. White trying to get rid of it. He's got a 5 count on him, and he did not get it away in time. Turned the ball over to Hanston. 3:23 left in the first period. Hanston with an 8-6 lead. Substitution comes in. DeVork's back in. Rogers comes out now for the Hanston Elks. Ball will be inbounded to Wilkins. Hanston will bring it up across the timeline. 3:19 left in the first period. Elks lead it 8-6. Driving it in, Salmons throws up a shot. Won't go, but Levi Salmons is going to the free throw line to put in a couple. Josh Oak back in the ball game. He will be called for the foul, his first team's third. And Levi Salmons will look for his first points of the night here, and he'll get this one. Hits the front of the rim, bounces up, and drops through. Second free throw coming up for Levi. Same as the first. Good. Hanston now leads 10-6 with 3:09 left here in the first half. Ball brought up across the first quarter, Macksville with Oak on the point. Gives it up to Vega. Vega now in the far corner, in the hands of Miller. Back up to Oak, top side, Vega. Vega sets it up, bounces it over. Miller on the wing, in the corner. Bright launches for 3 and puts it in. 3-pointer for Kyle Bright. Gets Macksville back within 1. Hanston 10, Macksville 9. 2:40 left first period. Ball worked across the timeline. Wilkins has it on the far wing for the Hanston Elks. He'll pass it up top to Vork. Between the circles. Now back over into the hands of Wilkins. Wilkins will lob it down low. Here is Rose back up top. Wilkins. Rose in the far corner. Trying to penetrate. He'll have to pull it back up a little bit. Give the ball off now to Thayer. Thayer just to the right of the free throw circle. He'll try to penetrate. Ball knocked away. It's out of bounds, and it's going to go back to Macksville with 2:07 left in the first period. Substitution in for the Elks. Austin Rogers comes back in the ball game along with Simeon Seiler. And we're going to bring Ben Wilkins out of the ball game. Also, Andy Thayer comes out of the ball game. Nope. We're going to bring Phillip Rose out of the ball game instead. Macksville Mustangs bring the ball inbounds. Kyle Bright across the timeline. Just over 2 minutes left in the first period. Vega tried to lob it inside. Ball stolen away by Seiler. And here comes Hanston, speeding it up across the timeline. Seiler gives it off left wing into the hands of Thayer. Thayer will give the ball back upstairs. Seiler just above the point. Brings it up now. Lob it down. And we're going to have a foul call. It's going to be a foul as the basketball was coming in to the hands of Austin Rogers. That hand was held by Justin Bright. Justin's first personal foul. 14th foul on Macksville here in the first half. And a foul as the ball came in on Hanston. Personal foul is going to be called on Austin Rogers. So Austin drew the foul, and now he commits the foul himself. And 42 left in the first period. The second team foul on the Elks. Macksville to bring it in. Mustangs trailing by 1. A minute 40 now on the first quarter clock. Kyle Bright comes it across the timeline. Tight. Kyle Bright works it on the near side. Cross court to Vega. Vega launches 3. Hits it! Ron Vega's 3 puts Macksville back up by 2 at 12-10. Here comes Hanston. Levi Salmons driving down low. Salmons shot blocked out of bounds by Kyle Bright. It'll stay Hanston basketball, but that electrified the Mustang fans to no degree. Substitution coming in. Rose back in. Thayer out for the Elks. Salmons will bring the ball inbounds under the Elk basket. That ball comes in. It's finally thrown away by Josh Oak. Left to John Vega. Vega across the timeline. He'll stop. Gives it down low. Time by Justin Bright, and you'll count it, and also call the foul on Hanston. The foul's going to be on Eric DeVork, his first personal. Third team foul on Hanston in the first half. With a minute 9 left. Macksville Mustangs now with their biggest lead of the game at 14-10. as Justin Bright will try to add one more. Shot up. Shot good. 15-10 as the Elks bring it in. And a foul in backcourt on Macksville as Eric Rose is trying to bring up the basketball. It's going to be on Tyler Miller. 5'10 senior commits his first personal. 15th foul on the Mustangs. Minute 7 left on the first quarter clock. Macksville 15, Hanston 5. Ball will come in. Levi Salmons will pass it up. Here's Rose on the near side. Rose guys down low. Now pulls back, double team, gives it inside Rogers. Rogers turnaround shot will not go. Ball lost out of bounds. And it's going to be off of Eric DeVort. Macksville gets it back. Kyle Lewis checks back into the game for the Mustangs. Josh Oak is going to come out there. Also said the kid into Hanston. Andy Taylor will return. And Levi Salmons will get his first chance to rest on the bench. 56.5 seconds left in the first period. Macksville leading Hanston 15-10 in the Pawnee Heights 1A Regional in Lorna. Right across the timeline for the Mustangs of Macksville. Moves over to the left side. Bounces it down. Vega penetrates in. Give it off. Justin Bright was fouled as he was going up. He'll get 2 free throws. As a result of the fourth Hanston foul of the half, personal foul will be the second on 5'10 senior Simeon Simon. Bright gets ready to put up the shot on the way, and it's good. Justin Bright, 4 points for him now tonight. Chance to add one more. Shot up. Shot no good. Rebound to DeVort, and Hanston will bring it the other way. Seiler will bring it across the timeline now. 36 seconds left in the first period. Give it off near wing into the hands of DeVort for the Elks. Brose has it down low. Brose tries to penetrate. Ball knocked away. Brose comes up with it. And we're going to have a whistle and a foul. And the foul's going to be called on Kyle Bright of Macksville, his first. 16 fouls now on the Mustangs with 27 seconds left in the first period. Hanston will send Philip Brose, 6-foot senior, to the line to shoot 2. Free throw up, rolling off, no good. Andy Thayer back in the ball game for Simeon Seiler for Hanston. Next free throw on the way. This one rolls in. Hung around the rim forever. Hanston has it back within 5. 24 seconds left in the first period. Macksville Mustangs with the ball. Vega gives it off now. Bright between the circles. Macksville may be going for a last shot. Bright will pull it back up. He's now going to the right side. Gives it off. Penetrating down low. Shot put up. Rolling off for Justin Bright. Coming down, shot from above the arc, off the back, and no good for Philip Brose of Hanston as the first quarter comes to an end. Second half underway. Hanston with the ball, trailing the Macksville Mustangs 16-11. Finals of the Pawnee Heights 1A Boys Regional in Larned. A couple other scores will pass on to you real quick. Hope was trailing Little River late in the first half. The last score we had, 32-27. Central Christian leading Fairfield 29-19 at the half in Norwich. The Little River game at the Sylvan Grove Regional, as we have a foul committed out on the floor. Justin Bryant of Macksville committing his second personal at the free throw line. First free throw for Levi Salmons was up and good. That'll bring it back within 2. Another score that we have in Sterling KCAC postseason tournament women's action at halftime. It was Sterling leading Friends 29-19. Levi Salmons made his second free throw, and it's 16-13. Macksville's lead is down to 3 with the basketball. Miller gives it down low, shot up and good. 30 points in for David Crable. He's got his first 2 of the night, and Macksville's lead is back to 5. Rose has the ball up court. Cross-court pass in. 3-point attempt is good by Simeon Seiler. And that will get Hanston back within 2. 7:15 left in the first half. Macksville up court. Kyle Bright with the basketball. Bright will pull it on the right side. Kyle anyway. Now Crable penetrates. Will pull back. Now tries to move in again. Double teamed out. Get it back up top to Justin Bright. Vega over to Miller. Miller tries to shot from the free throw line. That will drill in. Tyler Miller has his first 2 points of the night. There's 6:29 left in the first half. Salmons for Hanston goes into paint, and he'll bank one in. 6 points tonight for Levi Salmons. That is his first field goal of the evening, though. Ball brought down. Underneath, Rose takes it away for Hanston. They have a chance to tie or do maybe better. Macksville leading 20-18. 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Salmons across the timeline, picked up by Vega. Gives it off near side. Up top, and Hanston is going to call a timeout. Hold on here just a minute. Thought a timeout was going to be called. He said, I didn't call timeout. Nobody out on the court called timeout. So we'll just resume action. Levi Salmons with the basketball. 6:23 left in the first half. One of them things. Salmons trying to bounce it off. On the far side, it comes into Bros. Bros right to the right of the free throw line. Picked up by Crable for the Mustangs. Back up top to Seiler. Seiler, 6:07 left in the first half. Gets it back to Bros. Hanston trailing by 2. Bros works to the left side, tries to penetrate down low. Puts up a shot in traffic and gets it in to tie us up. 5:55 left in the first half. Now still in full court. Tyler Miller on the left wing, lobs it down low. Kyle Bright gives it back up. Justin Bright now loses the handle. Ball out of bounds. It will go to Hanston off the leg of Justin Bright. Hanston have a chance now to retake the lead. With 5:41 left here in the first half. Across the timeline, Simeon Seiler works the point. Near side over to Eric DeVork. DeVork lobs it down low to Bros. Bros lobs it back over. Austin Rogers' shot will not go. Rebound kicked out. Shot tried by Seiler, and Seiler will get it in. Simeon Seiler with 5, and Hanston is back up 22-20. The other way for Macksville. Three-pointer put out by David Crable would not go. Hanston brings it the other way. Salmons across the point. Drives down to the near corner. Now back upstairs, lobbing it inside. Bros shot in and good. Philip Bros now with 7 points on the night. Hanston has a 4-point lead. With 4:59 left here in the first half. Shot put up for Infantry. 2 points there for Macksville. And I think that was Miller who had it. Yeah. Now full court pressure being applied by the Mustangs. Hanston will break it up across Simon, and Simon is going to draw the personal foul on the Mustangs. Foul, I think, is going to be on Vega. John Vega called for his first personal. That is the 8th team foul on Macksville in the first half. James Hudson comes back in along with Kyle Bright for the Mustangs. Justin Bright will come out. Also coming out will be Tyler Miller. Andy Thayer comes back in for Hanston. He'll take the place of Austin Rogers at the free throw line. Simeon Seiler, 5'10" senior, is going to try to complete the hat trick here. He's got a 3. He's got a 2. But he won't get to 1. Macksville with the rebound on the miss. Hudson up to Bright. Mustangs the other way. They trail by 2. It's about 4.5 minutes left of the first half. John Vega penetrates in, down low. Hudson tries a shot off the glass, and it's in, and it's good. James Hudson with 4, and we're tied at 24. And a traveling call in backcourt on Levi Salmons. Kyle Bright and John Vega putting on the defensive pressure for Macksville. So the Mustangs will bring the ball in on the near baseline with 4:23 left in the first half. We're tied at 24. Wright will do the inbound honors. Ball comes in underneath. Shot put up, in and good. Kyle Loomis now with 6. And Macksville's back up by 2, 26-24. All the double team pressure being put on it by Macksville in backcourt. Finally broken by Ben Wilkins, who's now in the ballgame. Wilkins kicks it off to Salmons. Salmons from the near side goes into paint. Lays it in. Levi Salmons, he's got 8, and we're tied again at 26. 3:56 left in the first half. Kyle Bright up top, into the hands of Hudson again. Hudson tries to drive down. Right now from the near wing. Tries to move it closer, goes in the paint, tries a shot. His pump won't work, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Instant elk foul is going to be called, I think, on Eric DeVort. It is his second. 15 foul on Hanston here in the first half. 3:45 left in it. Kyle Bright, a 5'10 junior, last night at 8 points in the win over Pawnee High. He'll make the first free throw. Macksville's back up by 1. Personnel adjustments being made for the Mustangs. For the Elks, Rogers back in the ball game. Also checking back in the ball game is going to be Silo. The Vork has come out. The Vork's out of the ball game, and Brogues is out of the ball game for Hanston. Second free throw, rattling around before it finally drops down for Kyle Bright. Macksville back up by 2, 28-26. 8:42 left in the first half. Salmons across the timeline for Hanston as he's back in action. Salmons lobs it down low to Rogers. Rogers puts up a shot, won't go. Rebound batted around. Macksville comes away with it. Quickly in the forecourt. Here's Miller. Miller tries a shot from the right side of the free throw line. It comes out no good. Tip though goes in for foul Loomis. Loomis has 8. And now they're going to face full court pressure on Hanston as they try to bring it in. Ball brought up. Siler will break the pressure. Brings it down the middle of the court. Now weaves to the left side. Stops. Gives it in the corner. Here is Salmons. Salmons pulls it back to the wing. 3:05 left in the first half. Macksville 30. Hanston 26. On the far wing, they'll give the ball off now in the hands of Ben Wilkins. Cross-court pass, taken away by Josh Oak. Here's Miller, shot way up, no good. Rebound taken for Hanston by Ben Wilkins. They'll bring it quickly the other way. Ball knocked loose again, and Macksville with another steal. Kyle Bright will let the traffic go by. The 2:40 left in the first half. Miller on the far wing penetrates in, and a foul committed by Hanston. It is personal foul number 3 on Simeon Siler. 16 fouls, so this is a non-shooting foul for the Mustangs. And another substitution comes in for Hanston. Joe Brose will check in the ball game. They'll take the place of Simeon Siler. Joe Brose, a 5'11 sophomore. Joe Brose did not see action in last night's ball game. We go the other way. Shot up. Follow-up won't go for Hudson, but Hudson is going to the free throw line. Personal foul on Hanston is going to be called on Austin Rogers, his second personal. James Hudson, a 6'1 junior, will have 2 free throws here. There's 2:31 left in the first half. Macksville leads it right now by 4. Shot up, no good. Another free throw coming up. Eric DeBork will come back in the ball game for Rogers, for Hanston. James Hudson with 1 more free throw on the way. It's up. It is good. 5 points now for James Hudson. 31-26. And a blocking foul on Macksville, drawn by Oliver Salmons. Salmons, the foul is on Tyler Miller, his second. That is team foul number 9 on Macksville here in the first half. And we're headed to the Hanston free throw line, where Levi Salmons will have the 1 and maybe. 2:28 left in the first half. Salmons will set it up. Shot on the way. Good. Levi Salmons will have a second free throw coming up. Salmons puts up the shot, and it's good again. Levi Salmons with 10 points tonight. 31-28, a 3-point Macksville Mustang lead. We're inside 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Up top of the basketball, Kyle Bright gives it off to David Crable. Now driven down, Tyler Miller underneath, triangle shot off the glass, and good. 6 points for Tyler Miller, 33-28. In backcourt, Salmons for the Hanston Elks. They'll pass it long. Up court to Thayer. They'll bring it across the timeline near side. 2 minutes left in the first half. Thayer gives it off near side into the hands of DeVork. DeVork looking to get a pass off to somebody. Does so up top to Joe Brose. On the far side, they'll work it down underneath. Shot put up. It's rolling off. And a foul is going to be called on Hanston. And it is a foul on Levi Salmons, his first. 17th foul, 18th foul now on the Hanston Elks in the first half. And David Crable will head to the free throw line for the 1 and maybe. He missed 2 free throws earlier in the ball game. And 44 left in the first half. Free throw one up and good. Again, Little River, Norwich, Claflin, and Jetmore, winners in the regional action that we have into us this evening. Little River was trailing at late in the first half. Central Christian leading at halftime in boys games that we have scores on. And the Sterling College women were leading Fringe 29-19 at halftime in KCAC postseason tournament action at Sterling. Sterling then winning over Bethel earlier today, 56-63. Second free throw by David Crable, up and good. Hanston brings the ball in. Philip Rose brings the ball down. He'll kick the ball to Austin Rogers, and Austin Rogers is going to be fouled as the ball came into his hands. Personal foul looks like it'll be on James Hudson, and that would be his third personal foul. And the 10th team foul on Macksville. Austin Rogers will go to the line to shoot two. He has 4 points tonight. He's 2 for 2 at the free throw line. First free throw, in and out, no good. Josh Oak will return to action for Macksville now, taking the place of Rogers. And another free throw will come in. Player will come in. Andy Thayer will come in if the second free throw is made by Rogers. He makes it. Substitution will just happen. A minute 39 left in the first half. 35-29. The lead belongs to the Macksville Mustangs here in the finals of the 1A Pawnee Heights Regional at Larned Middle School. Al Bright with the basketball for Macksville, gives it off. David Crable near side, Tyler Miller. Miller brings it up around the arc. Inside Josh Oak. Josh Oak picks up a shot, will not go. And down Philip Rose. Rose brings it across the timeline. From the right wing, penetrates down low, kicks it back in the corner, trying to get it to Salmons. Ball knocked away by Macksville's David Crable, and Hanston will bring the ball in at the far corner with a minute 15 left in the first half. Salmons will do that. He finally gets it in to Thayer. Thayer facing pressure on the sideline. Ball knocked away by Kyle Bright. Hanston will have to throw it in again. 1:11 left in the first half. Austin Rogers will come back into the ball game for Ben Wilkins at Hanston. Andy Thayer will bring the ball inbounds on the far side. Ball comes in to Levi Salmons. Salmons on the far wing will bring it up to the top of the key. Now drives left side, puts it in the corner, lobs it down low to Rogers. Rogers times a shot out, and it drops in. The thing hung on the rim forever. And Hanston has got it back within 4. With 51 seconds left in the first half. On the near side, Miller's got it from the wing. They'll try to penetrate, kicks the ball out now. Right, gives it back to Miller. Miller lobs it down low to Oak. Oak puts up a shot, and it's good. Josh Oak has his first points of the night. Every Macksville player that's been in the ball game tonight has scored. 37-31. Philip Rose in the forecourt, penetrating in the paint. Gives it off near side to Thayer. Down low to Rogers. Rogers kicks it back up top. Rose now to Levi Salmons. 19 seconds left in the first half. Hanston will probably go for one last try. Levi Salmons facing pressure from David Crable. He works it in the paint, down low. Rogers double team, puts up a shot, won't go. And that is going to end the first half. Your score at the intermission. The Macksville Mustangs 37 and Hanston Elks 31. Good red, the same as Macksville. Jetmore girls defending Hanston in girls championship action tonight, 48-36. We're underway to the second half. Shot in quickly and in, good for 2 for Tyler Miller. He's got 8 points on the half. Ball knocked out of bounds when it was coming in, so Hanston wanted to throw it in at the far corner with 13 seconds elapsed in the second half. Hanston trying to get the ball in. High lob comes in into the hands of Eric DeVore. Backcourt pressure being applied. Philip Rose will break it. Levi Salmons penetrates down low. He'll try the shot. It rolls off. No good. Rebound chased down by Tyler Miller and Macksville. Mustangs win it the other way. Ball lobbed down. It's going to go out of bounds off the hands of Eric DeVore as they were trying to get it down low. Mustangs will throw it in under their own basket. Kyle Bright will do that. Right gets it in. David Crable. Crable tries to penetrate. Works around Rose. Can't do it. Back upstairs. Miller over to Bright. Who launches. 3 and sinks it in. Kyle Bright, his second tray of the night. He's got 8 points. And it's now a 42-31 ball game with 45 seconds left in the elapsed here in the second half. Trying to move in. Here's Seiler for Hanston. His shot up and good. Simeon Seiler with 7 points now. 42-33. Ball brought up court. Here in the near corner. Crable tries to move in. Double team down. Gives it up to Bright. Bright shot. Rolls off. No good. Rebound comes down to Salmons. Up to DeVore. Off to Bros. Forecourt near side for the Hanston Elks. Get the ball up top now in the hands of Seiler. Seiler gives it back now to DeVore on the near wing. DeVore will hold the ball high. Pass up top. Now into the hands of Austin Rogers. Rogers over. Ball almost knocked away from Seiler, but he retains possession. 6:27 left in the third period. Driving down, Seiler. And a foul is going to be called underneath on Macksville. There'll be a foul on Kyle Bright, his second personal. First foul of the half on Macksville. Salmons will try to bring the ball inbounds and did not get it done in time. Turned the ball over to Macksville, so Hanston on the inbound violation gives it up to the Mustangs. 6:20 left now in the first half. Kyle Bright in forecourt for Macksville. They lead by 9. Ball driven around. Tyler Miller tries a shot and he'll sink it in. Tyler Miller now with 10. 44-33. The lead for the Mustangs, 11. Across the timeline. Ball brought down by Seiler. Seiler in the paint kicks it off to Bros. Bros will launch for 3 and put it in. 10 points for Phillip Bros. 44-36. Hanston gets it back to an 8-point ball game. Kyle Bright top of the key for the Mustangs. Gives it back to Crable. Crable almost had it knocked away by Phillip Rose. Crable will now move it to the point. Kicks it up to Bright. Bright tries to find an opening. He's double teamed. Tries the shot anyway. Off the glass, no good. Rebound. Alabama. Give the ball to Hanston. Off of Kyle Bright. 5:36 left in the third period. 44-36. Macksville on top. Hanston to inbound the basketball. As double team pressure put on Salmons, he finally breaks it. Up across the timeline, down low, the ball stolen away. Kyle Bright. Lead pass comes up. Chase down the far corner. Bright ends up with it again now. Up now top on the near side. Crable 4-3. Shot won't go. Follow up. Up in no good, but Kyle Loomis is going to the line to shoot 2. Personal foul on Hanston is going to be on Simeon Seiler. His 4th personal foul. So at the line to shoot 2, Kyle Loomis. First one up, first one good. Substitution will come in as Andy Thayer checks in. Simeon Seiler will sit on the bench with his 4th personal foul with 5:15 left in the third period. Lewis, the second free throw, spins in and out, no good. Eric DeVore will bring it up for Hanston. Macksville leads it by 9, 45-36, just over 5 minutes left in the third period. Phillip Rose gives it up top to DeVore, nearing Salmons, down low, the ball almost stolen away by Macksville. It'll go out of bounds off of Tyler Miller. Levi Salmons will bring it in for the Elks of Hanston, and tried to anyway. And he did, and for the second time in a row, Levi Salmons could not get a pass inbounded, and the Mustangs will get the basketball back. We have 5:01 left in the third period. The Mustangs putting a very, very strong defensive effort on that inbound pass, and Salmons just couldn't get anything open. We go the other way. Kyle Bright has a 3 spin in and out. Bros takes the rebound away from Crable. Bros comes up across the timeline. Bros will pull back with it. Salmons now the basketball. Down low they work it in. Shot up. The hook shot by Andy Thayer is his first bucket of the night. 45-38. Hanston back within 7. 4:34 left in the third period. Up top, Kyle Bride for Macksville. Takes a couple bounces, now gives it to Hudson. Hudson back to the point, works around to the right side. He'll shoot from 15 and sink it in. 700 points for James Hudson. 47-38 Macksville. Still 15 left in the third period. Across, here's Phillip Rose. He'll try three and hits it. Phillip Rose gets his second tray of the half to get the game back within 6, 47-41. So we're on even terms once again here as far as the second half is concerned. Kyle Bright on the right wing for Macksville. Gives it down low. Shot will rattle in for Kyle Loomis. Loomis now with 11. 3:50 left in the third period. 49-41, Macksville on top. Hanston in full court. Bros, top of the key, gives it off near side to Salmons. Salmons lobs it down to Bros, and Bros has to save it back in to Salmons. Salmons will bring it from the near corner, hands it off to DeVore. DeVore just to the right and above the free throw circle. Down low, Salmons gets it in, hangs on to it long enough to get an easy layup, 49-43. Hanston back within 6. Macksville brings it the other way, penetrating in, shot up, in and good for Kyle Bright. Drives in, fall down jumper. 51-43. Backboard pressure being applied. Andy Thayer will break it up to Bros for the Elks. Bros on the near wing. He's holding the ball high, bounces it up top. Thayer has it with 3 minutes left in the third period. Dvorak again on the near wing. Dvorak will hand it over to Phillip Rose. Rose was thinking about a three there. He'll penetrate into paint, try a shot from there. It'll roll off. Follow-up in and good for two by Eric DeVore. 51-45. Again, a 6-point ball game. Miller tries a shot just to the left of the free throw line. It'll miss. DeVore with the rebound. The Salmons for Macksville. A chance to get it within 4, 2.5 minutes left in the third period. DeVore penetrating in. Excuse me, it's Bros that penetrates in. Personal foul on the Mustangs at 2:25. The third personal on Kyle Bright. Substitutions in, John Vega and Josh Oak coming in from Mansfield. Austin Rogers back in for the Hanston. No, excuse me, it's Ben Wilkins that's back in for Hanston. Ball lobbed in. Rose has it on the far side. Ball knocked out of bounds by Kyle Bright. And Hanston will have to throw it in again. Ball comes in. Thayer's got it. Thayer will penetrate in the paint. Up with a shot, in and good. 4 points for Andy Thayer here in the second half. And Hanston has it back within 4. Down low, Josh Oak was all alone. His shot would not go, though. Here comes Hanston. Salmons in the paint. Drives up a shot. It's in. Count it! Levi Salmons gets the bucket and gets the foul call on Kyle Loomis, his first. Third foul of the half on Macksville. 1 free throw coming in. Phillip Rose checks out of the ball game, and Joe Rose comes in. Levi Salmons, free throw good, and it's all of a sudden a 1-point ball game. 51-50. Macksville still with a 1-point lead. Penetrating in. Miller gives it up to Oak. Oak on the point will drive in. From the free throw line, his shot will not go. Vega chases down the rebound. Mustangs still in business. Puts the ball inside. Kyle Loomis has the ball stripped away. Levi Salmons comes up with it. Pass down. Austin Miller. Shot. Blocked. And Macksville comes up with it. Blocked by Kyle Bright. The shot by Austin Rogers. And the Macksville Mustangs retain the 1-point lead. 90 seconds left in the third period. White gives it into Loomis. Loomis down low, tries a shot, won't go. Kyle Loomis heads to the free throw line to shoot a pair. And 24 left in the third period. And Wilkins will be called for the first personal foul. Team foul number 2 on Hanston here in the second half. Macksville Mustangs lead it 51-50. Kyle Loomis so far tonight has got 11 points. It'll stay 11 as it makes the first free throw. Eric DeVore and Phillip Rose back in the ball game for Hanston. Joe Rose and Austin Rogers have come out. 1 more free throw by Kyle Loomis. Gets the ball from the official. Shot is up. It is no good. And a tie-up on the rebound. And Philip Rose is not happy about it, as he got tied up by Colin Blight with the basketball. And Rose ought to be fortunate that he did not get hit with a technical foul there, folks. Minute 23 left, but Jetmore does end up with an alternate possession. Ball comes into Levi Salmons. He quickly speaks to the forecourt, and he's going to draw a foul from Macksville with a minute 20 left. Personal foul is going to be on Kyle Loomis, his second. Macksville has committed their fourth foul of the second half. A minute 20 left in it. Mustangs lead by 1. Substitution will come in. Kyle Loomis comes out of the ball game, and Justin White checks in now for Macksville. Ball inbounded to Ben Wilkins for the Elks. Wilkins gives it off near side into the hands of Andy Thayer. Thayer hands it to Salmons. Salmons will try from the left side from 17. Shot won't go. Follow-up is got back out. Hanston will try it again. Wilkins in the near corner, being double teamed. Gives it off to Bros. And we're going to have a foul call, I think. No, a timeout. Timeout taken. With 58.1 seconds left in the third period. Macksville 51, Hanston 50. We're back in 30 on Oldies 94.7. Fort Larned Middle School, the Pawnee Heights 1A Regional. Macksville 51, Hanston 50, 58 seconds left in the third period. Macksville led by 6 at halftime. They've had to lead up to double digits on one occasion. Philip Rose trying to penetrate in. Hanston trying to go for the lead. Bob down low. Austin Rogers underneath, and a foul called inside on John Vega. Vega picks up his second personal foul. 15 foul on Macksville in the second half. Ball will come in down. High lob will come in taken by Wilkins. Wilkins over on the far side. In the hands of DeBork. DeBork over to Salmons with 35 seconds left. And a foul away from the basketball on Hanston. And it's on Macksville. It's on Kyle Bright, and that's 4 fouls on Kyle Bright. He will be substituted for David Crable. Checks back in the ball game. Philip Rose to throw it in for Hanston. 16 foul on Macksville. 31 seconds left in the third period. Macksville with a 1-point lead. Ball given up top now. Rogers has it. Hands it to Salmons. Salmons picked up by Vega. Salmons trying to work things around somehow. 17 seconds left. Now Rose picks it up. Rose pulls back on the near side. Lobbed in. DeVork has it now just to the left of the right of the free throw circle. Rose with 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rogers shot is short as the third quarter comes to an end. Your score after 3. The Macksville Mustangs 51. So we'll have to see what happens. Big story next week is to see how many teams get split. That's what Cliff's hoping. We're ready to go here with the fourth quarter. Macksville leading Hanston 51-50. Mustangs with the basketball. Weston Bright gives it off. Now John Vega has it, top of the key. Vega has the ball knocked away, but he gets it back. Crable on the right wing, lobs it down low. Kyle Bright penetrates. And we're going to have a foul on the floor on Hanston. The foul's only the third on the Elks here in the second half. It's also the third foul on Austin Rogers. Hanston will bring the ball in. Macksville will bring the ball inbounds. Comes into Crable. Crable penetrates. Crable shoots. Crable misses. Rebound. Levi Salmons of Hanston. Once again, the Elks a chance to retake the lead. Penetrating in. Shot put out by Salmons in the paint. Will not go. Follow up by DeVork is good. Eric DeVork puts Hanston up 52-51. They go the other way for Macksville. Into paint. Hudson kicks the ball out. That's Justin Bright. 3-pointer by Crable missing. And the rebound comes down to the Elks. 7:08 left in the ball game. Ball worked up across the timeline. Ball almost slapped away by Vega. It's out of bounds. It will stay Hanston basketball, but John Vega almost got a big steal. If he'd been able to get away, there was nothing between him and the bucket. Phillip Rose will bring it in to Salmons with 6:55 left in the ball game. Salmons will try to work it across the timeline. On the near side, Salmons gets over right. Hands the ball off into the hands of Andy Sayers. Sayers moves it back up top to Eric DeVork. DeVork holds the ball high. Penetrating in, Salmons has it. Salmons tries a shot. It hits the front of the rim, no good. And a foul underneath on Hanston. So Macksville gets the basketball back. The foul's going to be on Ben Wilkins. Nope, it's going to be on Phillip Rose. Rose committing his first personal foul. John Vega for the Mustangs in forecourt. Vega gives it off. Tyler Miller from the free throw line with a shot blocked by Levi Salmons. And Hanston brings it back down. 6:20 left in the ball game. Elks lead it by 1. Here in the 1A Pawnee Heights Regional Championship game. Both these teams have already qualified for sub-state next week. DeVork underneath will try a shot and will get it in. 8 points for Eric DeVork. 4 in this quarter. And the lead for Hanston is now 54-51. Just inside 6 minutes left in the ball game. John Vega, 3-point attempt for Macksville is missing. Phillip Rose with the Hanston rebound. And the Elks teams across the way are starting to make a little more noise. Levi Salmons across the timeline into Andy Sayers. Sayers gives the ball up top. Eric DeVork with it now. Eric DeVork holding the ball high. Finding it down low. Here's Rogers. Rogers kicks it back. Shot put up for 3. Missing by Sayers. But Hanston keeps it. Levi Salmons tries 3. He will go in a foul called as players were flying all over the place. It's a foul on Hanston. It's a foul on Eric DeVork. His third. And Macksville will bring the ball inbounds at the far end. With 5:22 left in the ball game, Mustangs lead by 3. Levi Salmons checks out of the ball game. And Simeon Seiler comes back in. Seiler has been on the bench most of the second half with 4 personal fouls. A bit of a delay in the action because of moisture on the court, perspiration they had to wipe up. And so that is done. John Vega with the basketball, gives it back over. Brought across by David Crable. Crable to the near wing, bobs it down. Josh Oates handed it down right as he did. Crable for 3, shot missing. Vega underneath tries it. He can't get it to go. And the rebound cleared out by DeVork of Hanston. Macksville not able to get their shots down all of a sudden. Hanston driving the ball down. Underneath in the far corner. Phillip Rose with it. Rose lobs it inside. Here's Rogers. Rogers, very effective inside player for him. His first points in the second half, though, he's got 9. And Hanston's lead is now 5, 56-51. In the paint. Hudson gets it up and in. 9 points now for James Hudson. 56-53, a 3-point Hanston Elk lead. Ball brought into forecourt. Ball up top. Ball lobbed down for Macksville. In the near corner. Into the hands of Phillip Rose. Back up top. Seiler has it. And a timeout called by Macksville with 4:22 left in the ball game. Hanston 56, Macksville 53. We are back in 30 seconds on Oldies 94.7. Lucky Kid back here at Larned Middle School. The Hanston Elks 56, the Macksville Mustangs 53. Ball comes inbounds. Macksville coming into this game had not lost to a 1A team all season. Ball on the far sideline now. As they get it in, Levi Salmons for the Elks. Tries a shot from 18. In and out, no good. DeVork's follow-up is good. 8 points for Eric DeVork. 58-53. It's a 5-point ball game now for the Hanston Elks. As Macksville tries to bring it in. Ball stolen away. Here comes Simeon Seiler. Shot won't go. Rebound taken by Kyle Bright. Macksville averts potential disaster there. Kyle Bright gives it up top. Penetrating down. Here's Miller. Shot from him. Off no good. Rebound comes out. Here comes Salmon. Salmon has the ball taken away. Kyle Bright with the steal. Bright penetrates to the near corner, works in under the paint, tried a shot off the glass, no good. And the ball rebound is picked up by Simeon Seiler, picked off by John Vega, and Macksville is back in business. 3:13 left, Vega for three, missing. Rebound to Hudson. Macksville Mustangs still with the basketball. Up top, Kyle Bright has it thrown away. Here's Phillip Rose, layup, in and good. Phillip Rose with 15 points. It's 60-53 as Hanston has our biggest lead of the ball game. A shot up, foul called. And Simeon Seiler just got called for a stiff foul and then added technical on top of it. Simeon Seiler fouled out of the ball game with 2:50 left in the ball game. He ends his night with 7 points. And he gets a technical on top of the personal foul, and his 5th personal foul. So Simeon Seiler is done and then some. Now the Hanston coach, Oliver Salmons, is having a talk with the referee about this one at the free throw line. Kyle Bright for Macksville puts up free throw number 1 on the technical. It's good. 60-54. And Coach Salmons is still arguing about something. Substitution, by the way, made for Macksville. David Crable comes into the ball game for John Vega. Kyle Bright at the free throw line with the 2nd technical free throw. Shot is up. Shot good. 60-55, 2:50 left in the ball game. And now question being asked by Levi Salmons. So now we have more free throws here. So apparently this was that one's going to be good. I think they said it was a shooting foul on Kyle Bright. He's made 3 of them. 60-56. Free throw coming up. He shouldn't have actually. I didn't think that was the 7th foul on Hanston. There is a question now on the sidelines. You count the bucket. 60-56. Okay, so free throw up, and it's good. 4 free throws made. Nice one, 57. It's 57. And ignored 60-57. What was a 7-point lead for the Hanston Elks is down to 3, thanks to Simeon Seiler's behavior for Hanston. A technical foul on his 5th personal foul. Kyle Bright makes 4 free throws. And Macksville gets the basketball back. Here's Kyle Bright with it on the right wing. Bright looking to try to get rid of it. Low, and we're going to have a timeout called. No? Yeah. Timeout Macksville. 2:35 left, 60-57. We're back in 30 seconds. And back here at Fort Larned Middle School, the Pawnee Heights 1A Regional. 60-57. Macksville brings in the ball. They trail Hanston by 3. We have 2.5 minutes now left in the ball game. Kyle Bright on the near wing for the Mustangs. Right up top. Hudson. Now Miller penetrates in, tries a shot. Shot won't go. Rebound underneath. And a foul called on, I think, Hanston. It's on Eric DeVort, and that's 4 fouls on him. Hanston has already lost Simeon Seiler to fouls. At the free throw line now Kyle Bright. He's 4 for 4 at the line in this quarter. Free throw number 1, up and good. It's now a 2-point ball game. He can cut Macksville's deficit to 1 if he makes this next shot. Free throw up, on the way, and good. 6 of 6 at the line in the fourth quarter. Macksville now trails Hanston by 1, 60-59. Phillip Rose on the near wing, brings it up top. He'll pull back now. 2:10 left in the ball game. Good pulling back now is Thayer. Thayer lobs it over to Rose. Rose on the wing far side, lobs inside. Here is the shot going in for Austin Rogers. 11 points now for Rogers. The ball brought up. It's a 3-point ball game. Kyle Bright from Macksville on the right wing. Hanston with the lead. Here's Crable. Crable from the center of the circle. Will gives it off right wing. Now Bright has it again. Bright trying to penetrate. Works around their side. Runs into Rogers. Now he'll reverse direction. Now spins it down. Underneath. Hudson hits it in. Counted. And a foul on top of that too. 11 points for James Hudson. Personal foul on Levi Salmons is his second. And James Hudson will go to the free throw line with a chance to tie, and 90 seconds left in the ball game. But before we begin, we do have a injured Hanston Elk under the bucket. I think he's got a leg cramp, and the Elks are and his teammates are working on him right now. Might be Levi Salmons that they're working on right now. His brother, oldest brother, Oliver, is coming out. And they're checking over him. They've got Levi's shoe off. And he got a minute and a half left in the ball game. Macksville, meanwhile, will take advantage of the situation to talk over the issue. While we got a chance, we'll kind of recap where we are at right now. Macksville led this game by 5 at the end of the first quarter, by 6 at halftime. Hanston then staged a great second-half comeback, thanks to a couple of three-pointers by Phillip Rose, great team by Levi Salmons, and Andy Thayer. They got it within 1, and then Eric DeVork puts in 6 points, and one regionals in an involved team in small area. As we've gone through the week this week, Jetmore winning the regional here over Hanston at Larned earlier this evening. Now, finally, we will resume action here at the free throw line. James Hudson will shoot 1. He comes up to the line. The shot is up to tie. No good. And a foul call on the rebound. The foul is on David Crable, his first. But it's the 17th foul on Macksville. So Hanston now goes to the 1 and maybe. Thayer comes into the ball game. Wilkins comes out at the line. Eric DeVork. DeVork's got 10 points in the ball game. 8 of them in the second half, and 6 in this quarter. Free throw up. No good. Rebound taken by the Mustangs. Trailing by 1 with 1:26 left. Kyle Bright has the ball off from Loomis. Kyle brings it to the point, now to the left wing. Going back a little bit with it. He'll make a move now, stops. Thought about a shot, gives it off far side into the hands of Hudson. Back up top. Now Crable has it right wing. Underneath, they get it in, shot up. Would not go for Kyle Bright, and Hanston has the ball back. 1 minute left. Elks lead 62-61 over the Macksville Mustangs. Hanston's Phillip Rose has it on the far wing. Up top, Eric DeVork. DeVork gets it down low. Ball stolen away by Macksville. And Kyle Bright double teamed, but he keeps the ball as he almost fell down with it. Kyle Bright now across the timeline. 36 seconds left. Up top, Crable has it. Crable gives it up to Bright. Bright, and now fans for Macksville are starting to get on their feet. And a timeout call by the Mustangs with 26 seconds left in the ball game. 62-61 your score. We are back in 30 seconds, in a minute, a 1 minute break on Oldies 94.7. 1 minute. Macksville Mustangs have the basketball with 23 seconds left of the ball game. They trail the Hanston Elks 62-61. Kyle Bright has the basketball. 15 seconds left. Bright works around the near wing. Gets it inside. Penetrating. Half job underneath. Foul. And a foul is called. And a foul is going to be called on Philip Rose of Hanston. Philip Rose gets his second personal. And at the free throw line with 8 seconds left, Kyle Bright, who is 6 of 6 at the line, will shoot 2. Free throw number 1 is up and good, and we are tied at 62. Kyle Bright has one more free throw coming, and a timeout is taken by Hanston. We're keeping it here with 8. Central Christian and Fairfield, also part of the Southwest Sub-State pool, and that's Dodge City and Pratt, that also includes this sub-state regional that we're at. Regional championship could be decided right here. Kyle Bright will put up a free throw, or we may go to overtime. Bright's free throw is up. It is no good. Hanston comes up with a rebound. Fighting it down, here's Levi Salmon. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Philip Rose tries the shot of the buzzer. It's good! It's good! Philip Rose hits the shot at the buzzer, and the Hanston Elks have defeated the Macksville Mustangs 64-62. We'll be back after this 2-minute break on Oldies 94.7. 64-62 Hanston. Yes. Okay, Oldie 41, Gospel 37. Okay. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Lucky Kid back with you here at the Fort Lauderdale Middle School in Larned for one last time. The Hanston Elks on a last-second shot by Philip Rose down the Macksville Mustangs, 64-62. Macksville getting that shot in, and here's how the game wrapped up. Macksville Mustangs led it at the end of one quarter, 16-11, up by 6 at halftime. Then Hanston started to claw back into the game. They had it within 51-50 at the end of the third. They led most of the way in the fourth quarter, but Macksville had their chances to get back in it, thanks largely to Kyle Bright. Kyle Bright, at one point, late in the ball game, Macksville was down by 7. A foul was committed by Simeon Seiler of Hanston. That would be his fifth, and then he commits a technical foul on top of that. Kyle Bright makes 4 of 4 free throws. That gets him back within 3. Kyle Bright would make 3 more free throws in this quarter. The one that he missed was the one that would have given the Mustangs a 1-point lead. Hanston takes it down quickly, this with 8 seconds left in the ball game, and Phillip Rose puts in his shot from the right wing that gives Hanston the victory. Phillip Rose ended the game for Hanston with 17 points. Levi Salmons with 15, Austin Rogers 11, Derek DeVore 10, Simon Seiler with 7, 4 points from Andy Thayer. On the Macksville side of the ledger, they were led tonight by Kyle Bright with 17 points, 11 points each from Kyle Loomis and James Hudson, Tyler Miller 10, 4 points from David Crable, and Justin Bright and Josh Oak had 2 this evening for the Macksville Mustangs as they go down to defeat the Hanston Elks tonight, 64-62. Hanston wins the regional title. Macksville the runner-up. Both teams are advancing to sub-state next week. And with that loss, we'll have to see how things turn out, but we'll kind of have to see that that loss could have some major ramifications on how this Dodge City and Pratt substates will be seated next week. And again, those pairings will be out for you tomorrow morning, probably somewhere around 10 o'clock, and the seedings for the substates and assignments will be made by the Kansas State High School Activities Association. Looking at